Hey guys, it's Marissa. Looks like we're live. This is our fun little card today. I'm using the Woven Threads Designer Series paper on this particular card. And the Woven Threads Designer Series paper is a brand new celebration choice. So this is from the annual catalog. It's 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, gorgeous patterns. And those patterns feature the new 2022 in colors. These are those papers. So this is the A side, B side. We're going to use this pattern. We're going to use this pattern today. And then the Rococo Rose kind of texture. I love this. It looks a little Southwest with all the new in colors. Are you guys excited about a new round of in colors this summer? I'm going to miss the old ones. Celebration is a great time to get in on the 2018-2020 in colors. Get your cardstock, ink, and refills, and get some Woven Threads Designer Series paper for free. All right, so that's a new celebration item added from the annual catalog. That's the Designer Series paper that we're using today. So now, last card. This is my last 3x4 Designer Series paper. You cut up your Designer Series paper 12 by 12, you can get 12 pieces. 3 inches times 4, 4 inches times 3, you'll have 12 pieces like this. Now the trick to this is if you put this just right on your card front, you don't have that equal border all the way around. It's a little too short. So we're going to grab our paper trimmer and we are going to cut off 1.25 inches. So super, super simple trick. So got my little tiny mini trimmer here. I love this dude, and it's not too late to get one of these little mini trimmers when you join Stampin' Up with the Kitchenettes. This is one of the many free gifts that you get with a new starter kit. Now, what we've done is we've lengthened our paper just a little bit. When we adhere this, we'll spread this out, put that 1/4 inch gap in the center, and then cover it, which gives us that perfect border if you're like me and you want it equal all the way around, but without losing so many cards from a sheet of paper. Make sense? All right, let's see here. This is our Designer Series paper, card base, Sahara Sand, and it is 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored already at 4 1/4. We're going to give that a little crease. And got another piece of Sahara Sand. This is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And we're going to emboss this one. I've got a brand new embossing folder for you. This will be available April 1st. It's from the Ornate Garden Suite. And it's called the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. It's a tiny little daisy pattern. Isn't that just so cute? And I thought it worked perfectly with the boots. Aren't those boots just the cutest thing you ever saw? Rhonda just loves those boots. I know, aren't they the greatest? They were from the, I forget what this paper pumpkin was called. The Weather Together, I think it was called. So this was the paper pumpkin stamp set. This was the bonus set. So once in a while, Paper Pumpkin has these awesome bonuses that they'll just throw in to surprise. We got a little mini set of colored pencils in one and a full stamp set from time to time. The Paper Pumpkin is an awesome value anyways, and especially during celebration, because when you get a 3, 6, or 12-month Paper Pumpkin prepaid subscription, you can choose celebration items for free. So you get a great deal on Paper Pumpkin. When you buy a 6 or a 12-month subscription, you pay a little bit less per month. 12-month equals 1 month free, actually. You prepay, you get a code. Stampin' Up sends you the code. You put that in at Paper Pumpkin, and then you have 12 months or 6 months or 3 months prepaid. The thing is, you don't have to take every Paper Pumpkin. You can skip them, and I do. I usually buy 6 months and then skip the kits that I'm not interested in, and then next celebration I buy 6 months again. So there's our gorgeous ornate flower. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do, since I've already got the big shot here, I'm setting this back up to die cut. I've got stitched labels dies here. Really fun die set. You can tell mine's gotten a lot of use. It's got stitched edges and all kinds of different labels. We're going to take this largest label and a scrap of terracotta tile cardstock, and let's cut that one out since we've got the big shot here. All right, so there's my little stitched label. Let's get all the little bits out. I think one more. That was easy. I love when it's easy. All right, so far we've got our card base, our label. Our designer series paper is all trimmed into 2 pieces. So we got 12 cards out of this. And where did I put my embossed panel? So there's our little embossed panel. Isn't that cute? All right, now I need some snail. I can't find snail. We're going with the fast fuse because that's what's on top. All right, there is our texture panel. We'll just center that on the card. Make sure we got it opening the right way before I go too far. And then we're going to add our designer series paper. Now here's where we're going to get a little tricky. We're going to make sure that we've got an even top, right, left border. And then we're going to add our second little piece and skip a bit. Nobody's going to ever know we did it. Nobody's ever going to know that we did a little surgery on our designer series paper to make, I don't know, to stretch it, right? To get more for our money. That's what we did. It's all good. And then looking for that same even right, left, bottom. Now watch this. It's going to be like it never even happened. We're going to cover the gap with our little label. Why? Because we're Trixie Hobbitses, that's why. So there's what we're doing. And then here's another way to cover that gap. And another way to cover that gap. I'm so glad that you guys took my challenge and some of you played along. I hope that you'll try the next challenge with me. Let's see here. Let's slide to the side. I've got my Stampin' Pierce. And we're going to use Pretty Peacock and terracotta tile. I've got my stamps from the Weather Together paper pumpkin. I love these rain boots. We're going to stamp our rain boots in terracotta tile. And then we're going to stamp the floral pattern. Love this part. With terracotta tile stamped off once. So second generation, we're going to stamp it off and then stamp it in. Uh-oh. Please hold. There we go. So we'll stamp off. And then we'll stamp in. So when I set up for live, the phone is in between my face and what I'm working on. I have to kind of stamp looking through the phone. So if it's not perfectly lined up, just know I got a little challenge there. Ooh, I did pretty good. Isn't that cute? All right, so that's this guy now. I got a strip of Seaside Spray, and I Believe in You. That's from the same stamp set. It's from this Weather Together paper pumpkin. And I'm going to stamp that right of center. And there's our stamping. Let me slide these to the side. I'm going to cut my boots. And when I cut my boots, I'm going to cut right on the line. They're not a hard image to cut out. I'm kind of spoiled with dies. I do love me some dies. But this isn't too bad. Okay. All right, that's it. We did it. They're pretty simple cuts. Now, because I've got a terracotta image on white cardstock, I'm going to take my terracotta tile marker and brush end, and I'm just going to brush the edge of my image, and that'll finish the look, especially since we're not putting it on a white background. We're putting it on a Sahara Sand background. So the white will really stand out against a different color background. I love that Stampin' Up! Has a Stampin' Right marker for every ink pad, especially for fixing your mistakes. You know, when you don't stamp an image completely, you can go in and fix your mistakes. And for finishing the edges, when you're going to put an item, a stamped item that's stamped on white cardstock on top of a different color background, it's nice to just color out that edge so that it's not a contrasting white around the edge. All right, I've got some Sahara Sand. It's the multicolor on one side, the Sahara Sand linen on the other side, and I punched that ahead of time. I just punched that with my 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I also die cut ahead of time. I die cut this layering circle. This is the scalloped C size, so the 3rd largest. That's 2 9/16. All right, so I'm just adhering my layers. Sahara Sand to the scallop, scallop to the layer, the label layer. Now, I believe in you. I figure everybody needs encouraging cards right now, and anybody could use a little pick-me-up like that. So I've been making some of these fun little cards and then just popping them in the mail. I've been trying to do 5 or 6 cards every few days. Now, I'm going to have my I Believe in You off center, but I want to kind of watch where it ends here. So if you have about a 3-inch piece, that's what you want to end up with. So let's see here. I'm going to just lop some of the edge of this off, or end of this off, and then I'll check. I think I need to trim just a little bit more. All right, there we go. I just tied a little bow from my scallop trim or ribbon, my scallop edge ribbon. I should show you. This scallop edge ribbon, linen ribbon, is awesome. I have one here. So here's the one that I cut the edge off of, and here's one that's complete. So there's lots of fun things you can do with this ribbon. It's linen. It's got the scallop edge. It's available in all of the 2022 in colors. You can tie it up. It ties wonderful. It's a kind of a big ribbon. Or you can cut it down, and then you get twice as much ribbon on a spool. That's how I like to think of it. If you use half as much, then it costs half as much. And then with just the edge, you can make fun little scallopy bows. All right, so that's that. I need some ribbon scissors and mini glue dot, some Stampin' Dimensionals, and we'll get this card put together. All right, mini dimensionals on our boots. I need to trim the tails of my ribbon. Let's get a mini glue dot here. All right, I'm adding my bow with a mini glue dot, and then we're gonna add our sentiment with some dry adhesive. You can use multi-purpose liquid glue here too, or mini glue dots. Those are easy. All right, let's see here. Let's make sure we put the left boot on the left and the right boot on the right. We're just gonna add those guys right above with dimensionals. I think this is a fun spring encouragement card. You can put any kind of note in here, and with everybody going through something, it's a good card. Fast, cute. There it is. I believe in you. And that wraps up our Case This Card challenge. Thank you guys for playing. I will be sending my winners, Rhonda Sarver, Becky Felch, and Samantha Cottrell, some awesome enamel glitter shapes for playing along. There's all of our little Case This Card. Next card to case, the one that is current, there will be prizes. Grab your Stampin' Up! Supplies. And next one, Case This Card. The idea is that offset front. So go make a card with an offset front and share in the craft social. All right? If you guys have any questions about the challenges or about the new round of celebration items, if I can help you with a last minute celebration order, being a kitchenette, joining Stampin' Up! If you've got questions about Stampin' Up! And what it's like to be a demonstrator, if there's anything I can do, email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. And shop 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for joining me tonight.